And I also hope that you have seen my previous videos regarding how to write a chemical equations and how to balance a chemical equation, and according to law of conservation of mass, how to prove that the weight of the reactants will be equal to weight of the products. Okay, so here while proving, we don't have only have according to the mass of the objects or mass of the here reactants and products, we have moles. So number of molecules also will determine whether they are equal or not. Okay, so sometimes the question will be given in this way. So how many moles of sodium should react to give out 5 moles of hydrogen gas? Okay, so this is the question and they have given an equation. So first we have to check whether the equation is balanced or not. Then we can know that how many moles of sodium are reacting and how many moles of hydrogens are giving out. Then by that with that calculation we can see how many number of sodiums are required. Okay, so let us see whether the equation is balanced or not. So on the reactant side 2 sodium, okay, 2 Na, and on the product side also 2 Na. Okay, sodium is balanced, and here 2 into 2 4. So 4 hydrogens, and here 2 hydrogens plus here 2 hydrogens. So 4 hydrogens, it is also balanced. And here 2 oxygens, 2 oxygens. So the given equation is a balanced equation. So that is not having any problem. Okay, so now let us see that how many moles of sodium are reacting and how many moles of hydrogens are giving out. So here we can see that there are 2 moles of sodium reacting and it is giving out 1 mole of hydrogen. Okay, 2 moles of sodium are giving out 1 mole of hydrogen. Okay, so now how many they have asked? They have asked to find out for 5 moles of hydrogen. So if you want 5 moles of hydrogen, then how many moles of sodium should react? So here let us see 5 moles of hydrogen. So here x, because we don't know x number of moles. So here let us cross multiply them. So here 2 into 5. So like this, let us cross multiply them. So 2 into 5 is equal to 1 into x. Okay, so how much we get here? 2 into 5 is 10. 10 is equal to x. Okay, so we got no. So how many moles of sodium should react? So 10 moles of, therefore 10 moles of sodium should react to get 5 moles of hydrogen gas. So like this we will be calculating by the number of moles. So let us see one more problem based on the volume relation. Okay, so this is based on number of moles. So on the volumes also we have another kind. So let us see that and get more clarity how we can balance a chemical equation. In the next problem they have given that calculate the volume of CO2 liberated when reacted with 50 grams of calcium carbonate with dilute hydrochloric acid which contains 7.3 grams of HCl gas. Okay, so here they have given this and they have given one equation. So as before we have done for all the problems, here also we have to check whether the equation is balanced or not. So let us check that. So Ca1 on the reactant side, that is calcium, and on the product side also 1, so it is balanced. And on the carbon on the reactant side it is 1, and on the product side also it is 1. Okay, and oxygen it is 3 on the reactant side, and here 1 plus 2 it is 3. So on the product side also it is balanced, and 2 hydrogens on the reactant side. So here also 2 hydrogens, and 2 chlorines here, 2 chlorines. So all the equation is balanced. Okay, so now let us see that if how many grams of calcium carbonate is reacting, then how many grams of HCl should be taken and how many grams of carbon dioxide is liberated. So here calcium. So what is the weight of the calcium carbonate? So calcium carbonate is, calcium atomic weight is 40. Okay, so here only 1 mole of calcium is a 40 into 1 plus 1 into 12. So only 1 carbon no here. That's it, 1 into 12. And here how many oxygens are there? 3 oxygens are there. So 3 into 16. So how much it will be? So 40 plus 12 plus 48. So here 48 plus 12 it is 60. 60 plus 40 is 100. So here we got 100 grams of calcium carbonate is reacting. Okay. Then how many grams of HCl is reacting? Let us see. So HCl. So hydrogen atomic weight is 1. Okay. So we have 1 into 1 plus chlorine atomic weight is 35.5. So 1 into 35.5. Okay. But here how many moles they have taken? On the whole 2 moles. So in the brackets 2 moles. Okay. So let us calculate it now. So 1 plus 35.5 into 2. So that is 36.5 into 2 is equals to 73. Okay, so 73 grams of HCl is reacting. And now how many grams of carbon dioxide is liberated? Let us see. So here let us do it here. So carbon dioxide. So how many carbons are there? 1 carbon. So 1 into 12 plus 2 into 16. So how much we get? 12 plus 32. It is how much? 44. So 44 grams of carbon dioxide. So here when 100 grams of calcium carbonate is reacting with 73 grams of hydrochloric acid, then it gives out 44 grams of carbon dioxide. Okay, so this is the equation. But now what they are saying in the equation that 50 grams of calcium carbonate is reacting with only 7.3 grams of hydrochloric acid. So how many grams of carbon dioxide should be evolved? So here let us take the basic equation and then calculate. So here before we have seen that 73 grams of HCl is giving rise to 44 grams of carbon dioxide. But how much is available now for us? Only 7.3 grams. So 7.3 grams of HCl gives rise to X grams of CO2. So we don't know how many grams of CO2 we are going to get. So let us do cross multiplication and let us know it. So here 73 into X is equal to 44 into 7.3. Okay, so we have got this. Then X is equals to 44 into 7.3 by 73. We have taken 73 from left hand side to right hand side. Okay, so here 7.3, 73. So we can cancel it and write it 10. Okay, then X is equals to, so 44 by 10 it will be 4.4. So how many grams of carbon dioxide we got it? So 4.4 grams of CO2 we got. Okay, but so in the problem they did not ask us the mass of the carbon dioxide. They have asked volume of the carbon dioxide. So what is the volume then? The place occupied by the gas or any of the substance, we can say that the volume, the place occupied, we say it as a volume. Okay, so here according to the equation we can know that 1 mole of the gas or any of the gas can occupy 22.4 liters of volume. Okay, I am not just saying for carbon dioxide, it is applicable for all kinds of the gases. So 1 mole of the gas will occupy 22.4 liters of the volume. Okay, so here in the equation we have 1 mole of carbon dioxide. So that is 44 grams of carbon dioxide. So 44 grams of carbon dioxide can occupy 22.4 liters. Then 4.4 grams of carbon dioxide can occupy how much volume? So that let us calculate. So 44 grams of CO2 can occupy 22.4 liters of volume. Then 4.4 grams of CO2 can occupy how much volume? So that let us take it as X. Again the same, we have to cross multiply it. So 44 into X is equals to 4.4 into 22.4. 4. So let us take the 44 that side. So 4.4 into 22.4 by 44. So if we cancel, we get 10. Okay, so we can take this here. So 2.24 liters. So here 4.4 grams of the CO2 can occupy 2.24 liters of the volume. So here you got the answer for your question. So this is a long way, you may think that, but if you practice regularly, it will be very simple and it is a matter of 2 minutes. Okay, so here we have got a very simple method. So sometimes they will be mixing all the contents, that is mass, volume, moles, everything, and they'll be giving like this. But sometimes they will be asking only about volume or only about mass or only about moles. So like that they will be giving different things. So I hope everyone have understood how to calculate the weight of the reactants will be equal to weight of the products. If you have any doubt, please comment in my comment section. Until then, keep observing and keep learning. Thank you.